Well, good morning. This is reconnecting with Calibar day 2. So yesterday was the first time I reconnected with this horse, this black horse that I ride. His name is Calibar, and I reconnected with him after getting bucked off in the mountains and breaking my rib. And so it's been about 6 weeks. And there's a lot of things that I really haven't taken the time to do with him, and I'm just doing them now, which is in my mind reconnecting or connecting in the first place to this horse. And one of the things you have to consider in that is getting the horse to trust you enough and figuring out the holes in him and then making him safer for you. And that's something that a lot of people like me don't take the time to do, and I didn't take the time to do until now. And one of the things is teach him to be caught. Another thing is teach him to be okay with actions like flailing things, taking off a shirt, things like that on his back, because that's what caused me to get bucked off. Is he was nervous in the mountains and then had something happen when I got on that scared him, and he just went to bucking. So here he is right here. Obviously our corrals are full of drifted snow, and I'm riding, it's like half ice, half solid ice and half drifted snow. Cats follow me around. I don't think you need to be out here. Now he's not that easy to catch, so I'm gonna after a few days you'll see a difference in this as I put pressure on him when he's not right here. Meaning, so I'm gonna make sure that he feels pressured over there. When I come into this corral, I want him to feel pressured everywhere but right here next to me. And eventually he'll come right up to you when you walk in the corral, because he's like, well, that's where the least amount of pressure is. So at least that's my theory, and it's worked before. So we'll see. I'm gonna go see if I can catch him. Yesterday it took me, I worked on him for quite a while to get him to kind of face up to me and take a couple steps. So we'll see if we can build on that today, and then we'll saddle him up and take a little ride and work on his maneuverability and all that kind of stuff. And I use this stick with a flag on it as a way to put pressure on him so that he understands that pressure. So this is pressure. This is pressure. He's like, I'm looking at him and then taking the pressure off as soon as he looks at me. So I'm backing up, turning my shoulders away. Look at that. One day, what he's come up with. He's come up with the fact that pressure goes off when you come up. No backing up. Get out. No. See, now when he unlocks from me, which he just did there, then you want to put pressure back on. That's not really hooking on. There you go. Now you hooked on. Yeah, or at least pretending to. There you go. There you go. It's not a big deal. Once you give in, it's not a big deal. You just can't run around all over the place and be your own boss. Whoa. See? See, and the reason he knows this is not a bad thing now is because I've got my head down. Got my head down. I'm not asking him to do anything. I'm not looking at him. So I keep an eye on him out of the corner of my eye, but I'm not making him do anything. So he's got to be okay with this thing when I'm not asking him to do anything. Okay. Come here. I don't know if you can tell, but there's a pretty big hole there. And by a hole, I mean that this horse has a problem giving in. He's sort of giving in. He's like a kind of face you, but not really pay attention. And that's something he's gonna have to learn how to overcome. You have to become the dominant horse in the duo to really get them to hook on and respect you. You can get by sometimes, well, a lot of times, with just piling on and riding. But there will be times when that will come back to bite you because the horse is not connected to you. And he's still not to me. And just giving him treats doesn't do that. You can't just give a horse treats and expect him to respect you. He's going to think you're actually his pet because you're just feeding him for no reason, right? You have to actually be the boss hog. Horses have a hierarchy in their group, and only the boss is respected. We're gonna turn him around in a few circles and make him kind of aware of what we're doing again, and try to surprise him a couple times just to make sure he's okay with surprises, especially up on his back. And then we're gonna take a rope and find something to drag. He doesn't like to drag things. He scares him. He thinks it does. And so instead of waiting until we're roping calves, we're gonna grab something and tie on a rope and drag it with him so he kind of gets used to that a little bit. Pay attention to that. See, that's something that's waving around all the time, so it surprises him here and there. Now, there's no wind, so it's not going to surprise him very much. But now when I want him to turn around, and just slight pull on the nose, focus on the rear end so he goes the other way, like that. Okay, and then pick up, go this way. Release the pressure as soon as he starts going. So I'm looking at his shoulder mainly because I want his to keep going, and then I look at his head. To keep going, I want him to keep his shoulder away from me. I don't want to look at his butt, because that's where I want him to stop when I look at his butt. His head means go faster. And then I pick it down like that. Pressure down. Yeah, that's bothering him a little bit. So that's good. Get him used to that thing flapping behind him all the time. So he has to be okay with it. So every time he slows down like that, and if I want him to go faster, I just focus on his head and make him pick it up. He's trying to go on the end of the rope and not really pay attention to me. So I'm going to try to speed it up here a little bit to make him kind of pay attention to me a little better. There you go. See, now because I'm changing it up, he can't just sit there and put pressure on the rope all the time or watch the flag. He's got to watch me. There you go. Now I took the pressure right off the rope. So my theory is that if you have a horse, no, come here, okay. If you have a horse that has a hole, meaning he has a problem, then is it better to get rid of it before you get on or after you get on and get in a tough situation? That's the thing. So what I'm trying to do now, because I haven't done this right with this horse, what I'm trying to do now is eliminate those holes, those spooky tendencies that caused me to get into trouble. I'm going to try to get those out before I get into a tough situation. So when he's already spooked up or in a difficult tight spot, he doesn't think that the only thing he has left to do, only option he has, is to buck. So we're going to get on or tighten our rein to make sure that we can turn him this way if we have to right away. Show him that I'm going to put my foot in the stirrup. Grab that. Grab a little bit of mane. No. When you get on, that is not tight enough, but whoa. I'm going to try to keep him standing here for just a second so he doesn't think that every time we get on we have to just run. No. Whoa. There you go. Whoa. There you go. Whoa. See, yeah, you couldn't see that, but we slipped like crazy right there. Let me show you. Right there. You see that? Those marks? He can't can't stop like that. So that means we can't really do much that's fast today, or we're just asking to fall on the ground. That is way too slick. When you're out here doing this stuff, and you notice that if you ever do this, you will notice that every horse will tend to angle towards where he wants to go all the time, no matter what you're doing. They'll angle towards the gate in an arena, they'll angle towards other horses or the barn, and it's your job to make sure to teach them that even though they want to go there, they need to go where you want them to go. If you allow that, if you allow them to do what they want to do, then you're just asking for trouble, because eventually you won't, they'll just fight you and fight you and fight you. The more they get away with it, the more they'll fight you to go where they want to go, because again, you're not the boss anymore, they are. So that's what I'm doing now, is when he wants to go that way, because there's other horses standing right over there. So to keep him straight, sometimes I'm just putting a little bit of pressure with this leg over here, right in his side like that, and he's trained a little bit to stay off of that leg. So now I'm going to turn him around. Now he's not wanting to turn away from those horses, so I'm going to give him a little spur. Go back here. Make sure he's not wanting to turn to this side, to the right, because the right is away from those horses. So when I turn him away from there, he gets one chance, because he knows better. This is not like a totally unbroke horse. He knows better. So when I give him a chance, I go rein, leg, no, there, and then he gets a spur, because he didn't do it. He was confused there a little bit, and the reason he was confused is because he was paying attention to the horses and not me. So there you go. Turn around. No. There you go. You got to turn past this point, past that point. Okay, I'm gonna have to put this back on my head, because he's not. When I turn him around, right here, he's having a problem. He did pretty good that time. He's having a problem because that's facing where he wants to go. He wants to go over those other horses. So, and it's harder to get him to turn all the way past that point. You got to work that spot. Don't let him stop right there, or cheat you. Cheat you means he kind of sort of giving in, but not really. All right. So he's not gonna think this is too wonderful right off the bat. One thing you've got to make sure of is that if he runs not over top of you. So I'm going to take this, these set of hobbles here, just take it around here so I don't have to undo my rope. Watch this, he won't even care. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this around here just a little bit. I'm going to keep a close eye on him here. We're just going to have him drag it a little bit. Don't let him go though. So if he gets into trouble, takes off, then we can make it, we need to have him face it. Alright, I don't know why he didn't do anything on that. Normally he freaks out about this kind of stuff. So we're going to go on the other side now. I'm going to go on the other side, take the other rein. This is my left hand, so I'm like least coordinated with this side. Okay, come here. There you go. Alright, now I'm going to put this up here, around there, like that. And then we're going to have them tow it on this side. Come on. Like that. We're just going to have him tow it until we end up in a total wreck or he calms down. There you go. Not as comfortable with it on that side. There you go. Good. This just takes a lot of time, you and your horse getting them used to it, so that when you get on there, you don't end up like I did out in the field and end up with something really bad happening to you. So pull a little bit. It's always good to pull. This is good for him because he's got that. He's got the. Gotta have that noise. There you go. And it's really close to him now, so he's gonna have to deal with it right up on him. There you go. Good job. Much better. Much better. All right. Now, what I mean by staying out of his way is if I were to hook it up over there, and then I would stand on this side. When I turned him away like this, then if that started moving, he would, oh shoot, that's a bad, stepped right in the loop there. Not good. There he goes. So you want him to, when he moves away from that thing, it isn't over top of you. Anyway, that is it for today. I'm gonna put him away. I've got a lot of office work to do today. So we're gonna put him away and we'll keep working with him till he's comfortable with all the stuff that he caused me trouble with this summer. And then I hopefully won't have to deal with all that trouble again. Right, buddy? Right, bud? Huh? Get you broke? Yeah.